Okay, what's up, guys? This is another journaling video. I'm a psychedelic coach. I teach people how to use psychedelics and non-psychedelic methods in order to help with ADHD, anxiety, depression, those kinds of things. Also, I'm a very spiritual person, and I enjoy psychedelics for expanding my spiritual progression and development. So I also teach that. Check out ayahuascaeasy.com for that kind of stuff. But in this video, I'm going to do some journaling. So I do journaling as one of my obviously non-psychedelic techniques, and I find journaling really useful because I probably have ADHD. It's undiagnosed, but if you read about ADHD, I seem to have many of the symptoms in um, in an intensity and scale which causes problems. So um, that's kind of the definition of ADHD. Like, everyone has ADHD symptoms, but it's about the scale and intensity of those things for the individual. Anyway, this um, journaling routine that I'm going to show you today, and I make one of these every single day, a journaling video every single day. Um, the reason why I do journaling and the reason why it's useful for ADHD is because when you have ADHD, you sometimes can't focus on things, and it's very difficult to achieve goals and finish projects and stuff like that when you have ADHD, because you're always getting distracted by some other new topic or interest, and so journaling really helps me to sort of focus. And I'm going to explain to you how my journaling works, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to also use the same template if you want to do that. And I'm also going to fill out the journal on my website um, in this video. So if you enjoy the content and if you get some value out of this content, then please share the video with a friend. Maybe you know someone who has ADHD, who has trouble sort of focusing on tasks. They might like this routine. Like the video, write a comment, tell me what you're thinking about this video. Um, and yeah, all of that would be much appreciated. So on with the video. What I do, I'm going to explain my journaling process. I do 66-day cycles where every 66 days I kind of reinvent my routine to be better. So I work out more, I study more, I work more, I hang out with my friends more, I get better at everything, right? And I also implement a bunch of different practices, like spiritual practices and um, yeah, things like that, um, on these same cycles. And the reason why it's 66 days is because some neuroscientists say that 66 days is the length of time that you need to rewire your neurology, to hardwire new habits into your neurology. And so when I first learned that, I was already sort of doing a version of this journaling, but I wasn't doing it like in the cycles. And so when I learned that, I thought, okay, well, what if I change my routine for 66 days to be something that's like way better than I normally do in a routine? And if I do it for 66 days, then I will sort of hardwire in all those things. And I did that already. I've already done one cycle of these, one 66-day cycle before the one that I'm doing now. And so I did that, and then I noticed lots of positive changes. And so my thinking is, um, if I change my patterns of behavior and my influences generally, all of those positive changes, they get built into or burnt into the my neurology. And when I'm over the 66-day period, right? And when I'm experiencing the world, I'm experiencing the world through the quality, let's say, of my neurology, right? If my neurology was kind of impacted by lots of bad habits and bad diets and shitty people around me and stuff like that, then I would kind of experience the world through that, and that would get burnt into my neurology. So yeah, anyway, I started to do this journaling every day for 66 days, where I write down what I did during the day, and then if there was anything that I was unhappy with, like maybe I didn't do as much work as I wanted to, or if I missed a gym session, or if my girlfriend was upset with me because I missed some social meeting or something like that, social event, then I would just kind of like spend 5 or 6 minutes just analyzing why that thing went awry. And when I started doing that, I started to notice really beneficial, um, really beneficial analysis. And I noticed that I had all these unconscious patterns of ways that I behave, things that I do, that are just kind of unconscious. And I've picked them up somewhere in my life, and they're just, I do them without thinking. And sometimes they negatively impact the things that I want to do, right? So when I analyze these things, what I found is that I slowly bring these things into the light, into consciousness, and I slowly start to understand them. And when you understand them, you can avoid them in the future. So now there's lots of different things that I've noticed over these last like 70 odd days that um, that I now no longer consider problems, although they used to be things which would like throw me off task, and like I would lose 2 days of productivity or something like that, or more, like 3 weeks or whatever. So yeah, that's the benefit of this. Um, and and that's kind of it for an explanation. Um, I would note today that I'm probably not on my best form because I'm really tired today. I didn't sleep well last night, and there are reasons for that. So that's actually one thing that I'm gonna um, analyze a little bit in this particular journal session, and show you how I kind of frame those things. So yeah, let's get on and do a journal, and I will just kind of comment the way through. So this is my second cycle of 66 days. I'm around about 9 days in, and in this phase, I'm in phase two of the journaling. In phase one, I just observed all my patterns and my routines, and then in phase two, I'm spending a few days just building a new routine. In phase three, I'm going to write down what that routine is. And then in phase four, I'm going to do that routine for the remainder of the 66 days of this cycle, which will be something like around 50 days or something. And yeah, so this is day 9, 17th. And so what was my morning routine? So woke up at, I think it was like 6:45 a.m. I felt quite rested, but I did not sleep early last night, and it was really hot last night, and I just found it hard to sleep. Um, but also, I think I ate very late, and this didn't help me sleep at all. So I was like still digesting food like when I was trying to sleep, and then it was really hot, and I don't really like to sleep with the air conditioning on, so I just sleep with a fan on, and the fan was was not quite sort of doing it. So, I can't really do too much about the heat, but I could have eaten earlier, right? So that's something that I'll analyze a little bit. So yeah, 6:45. I did feel pretty good considering I went to bed quite late. And then what did I do? So I cleaned the apartment a bit. Then I stretched with some lower 3 chakra asanas, yoga asanas. And what did I do then? Then I went to the gym. I did 2 rounds of my normal routine. I noticed that I can't lift heavy at the moment because I've got this injury, which kind of plays up in I have a back injury that's more or less arthritis, and I can't really lift heavy with this. So, I can't lift heavy and in the reps with the amount of reps that I'd like. So I'm still lifting heavy, but with less reps. And that seems to be okay. So I'm just doing I'll do like 4 reps of like a high weight, and that's it. Because something about the repetition just like really fucks my body up. But and then what did I do? Then I had a coffee and relaxed for a bit. And this is supposed to be kind of aspirational, but my morning routine is pretty bang on at the moment. So I'm not. I did prayer as well. I did a full Orphic prayer, which I really enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with my morning routine at the moment. My morning routine is spot on and banger. So there's nothing really that I need to add in there. I suppose I could actually. I want to breathe a little bit more, sort of mindfully. So what I want to do is when I work out, I want to be focusing on the breath more. So that is actually aspirational. That is something that I was doing that this morning, but I wasn't doing it like as hard as I could have. Okay, then what I do? Then I worked and I made a video for a course I'm teaching on Udemy, and I wrote a bunch and produced that video. So that was good. I got 1 video out. My aim is to get 1 to 2 videos out a day. So this is technically my 2nd video. So on track today. Then I studied Spanish for 1 hour, and then at this point I just hit the wall of tiredness, and because it's still hot here, and I just kind of flaked out after that. But luckily I'd done all my work, so that was all good. And then I just kind of I just relaxed and ate some watermelon and chicken. Because I was tired, I felt like when I'm tired, I want to like just eat junk food. It seems to be a mode that I've fallen into, unconscious pattern. But today I didn't do that. Today, and this is an example of an unconscious pattern that I've fixed in the last cycle. because what I used to do would be like I'd be tired and my routine for the day would kind of screw up, and then I would just go, screw it, routine's done, might as well just eat a burger or a pizza and have some beers and stuff. Um, but today I didn't do that, and I haven't done that in a while. So what I noticed in the first cycle was that that was a pattern that I had fallen into, or an unconscious pattern that I had. And in the last cycle, I brought that to my consciousness and understanding, and now I can see it coming. So when I hit the wall today, I was like, oh, you're probably going to want, you're probably going to crave some junk food soon. And yeah, lo and behold, I did. But I didn't give in, and I just, because I knew it was coming, I was like, oh well, just wait this out, and you'll be okay. Um, so that's kind of an example of how this works, and that it is working. And then what did I do? This is kind of supposed to be aspirational. So like normally I would go for like a beach walk in the late afternoon after studying Spanish, but missed that today as was tired. And yeah, I think I'm not going to beat myself up about that too much. Sleep routine. Yeah, so 2 to 3 hours before bed, no screens. I can listen to podcast or read physical book, not on a Kindle or anything. I can listen to music, etc. And yeah, that's all gonna be fine tonight. I think I'm just gonna just kind of chill out, maybe do a little bit of research. Um, yeah, diet is more or less on point at the moment. It's carnivore 3 weeks of month and alkaline 1 week of month. I go into a 1 week alkaline diet 1 week of the every month, and that's in order to do something called a Christ oil cycle, which is basically like when your body produces the psychedelic agent DMT. Your body produces that naturally, and you can take advantage of those cycles. So, um, like people don't realize that you can actually like do psychedelics without like ingesting external psychedelics like psilocybin or ayahuasca or LSD or whatever. Your body produces DMT, and if you know how to take advantage of it, like I do, then you can do that. And actually, that's the topic of my course that I'm making on Udemy. So that's a really cool thing that I enjoyed doing. It's also good for physical healing. I did cheat a little today and had some chocolate. Um, but I put that down to being a little tired, and I guess I did kind of cave a little bit, but I didn't eat a lot and caught myself from indulging. So the reason I do so much kind of sort of reason I'm so stringent on my diet is because I have arthritis, and this arthritis is probably related to some sort of lower three chakra issues that I have had for a long time. And I've just kind of come to the understanding of how to deal with those. So I'm hoping that I can sort of minimize or get rid of that a lot in the future. But it's something I do have to deal with now. And one of the main ways that I deal with that is diet. So anything like that causes inflammation, like junk food or alcohol or carbohydrates, like ugh, like rice and bread and stuff like that really flares it up. So yeah, so I have to be pretty strict on my diet. Steak, avocado, chicken, herbal teas, black coffee. These things all seem to be really good for that. So yeah, diet's pretty good at the moment. I had a little cheat today, but that's all good. Thoughts and feelings. What am I trying to do? What I want to do is this 66 days. I want to do a lot more music and art. I need to do a lot more of that. I want to do aromatherapy. I want to do Reiki, or at least 1 or 2 sessions of Reiki just to help with those lower chakra things. I need to do like the aromatherapy helps with chakra issues as well. There's particular oils that go with like particular chakras. And I think I'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, I'm probably going to leave it at that for now, guys, because I'm super tired today. But thanks for watching, and I will have a little bit more energy tomorrow. Hopefully, after I get a good night's sleep. I might have to sleep with the AC on tonight. And yeah, I almost wasn't going to make this video, but I powered through because I knew that I had already sort of foreseen that I was tired today. And from my last cycle, I learned that when I'm tired, I really kind of give up on my routine. So this cycle, it's been like a lot easier to avoid that. So when I'm tired, I just kind of like, it's like getting used to it or being prepared for it. And you just kind of go, oh yeah, that's happening again. Okay, I won't freak out about it. I won't give into it too much. I'll just carry on and try and keep as close as I can to the schedule. And so, yeah, every time I fill out one of these forms, it just gets saved down the bottom here and I can access it. So in a few days, I'm going to go through all of these entries, and I'm going to write a phase 3. In phase 3, I'm going to write like a proper routine, and then I'm going to start to do that for the rest of the 66 days, do that routine as best as I can. And yeah, that should help me to level up and learn a bunch of it. When I'm leveling up, I like that when you make it harder, that's when you notice all these other unconscious patterns which are holding you back. So each 66-day cycle, I try and up the ante a bit and stretch myself so that I can unearth new ways or new unconscious patterns which I can make conscious and sort of solve, so to speak. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I actually have to go and do some travel in 2 days, so that's going to be right when I actually wanted to start my new routine. So I'm going to have to, it'll get interrupted a little bit, but where I'm staying at the moment, I have to do a little bit of travel every few months to renew my visa, because I'm actually traveling at the moment. I'm not in my home country. So yeah, that's something I can't really avoid, just has to happen every few months. So yeah, going to do that. But yeah, if you got some value out of this video, guys, would you please share it with someone who likes journaling or someone who has ADHD or anxiety and depression? What I find is that when you sort of level up like this, you get less anxious because you feel like you've got like a system to sort of control yourself. So you actually have less anxiety, you kind of feel more confident, and then that stops the sort of the probability that you'll sort of spiral into a depression, because you're observing yourself a lot, and you start to just get very good at understanding yourself, and so you don't fall off the path very much or very often, and that just like stops you spiraling, because before you can, it's possible that you can just have a bad day and then 3 weeks later you realize that you've just been on autopilot for like 3 weeks and not really like able to, not really like being mindful or deliberately going through life at all, sort of thing. Just you're just on autopilot, kind of zoned out. Yeah. So yeah, share it with someone, like it, comment. That really helps the channel. If I've given you some value in this video, then please do me that favor. Okay, I'll leave it there for now, guys. Good night. Take care. See you soon.